It was beers and cheers on Thursday night as Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk swooped into Bundaberg to rally the party faithful at a bar and grill overlooking the Burnett River. Labour is clinging on by a sliver in the marginal sugar town, with its sitting MP Leanne Donaldson. Share on Facebook, share on Twitter. Tweet link. Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk greets the Labour faithful at MP Leanne Donaldson's campaign launch in Bundaberg. Ms Donaldson, who resigned as Agriculture Minister over unpaid council rates and inadvertently driving her car while unregistered in November 2016, holds the most marginal seat still in the red for Labour, with a margin of 0.5%. Only the currently Labour-held seat of Pumicesto is narrower, having switched to notionally LNP, following the electoral redistribution. Share on Facebook, share on Twitter. Tweet link. No awkwardness. Labour candidate for Rockhampton Barry O'Rourke with Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk. Speaking to Labour branch members at Ms Donaldson's campaign launch on Thursday night, Ms Palaszczuk said she had likened the 2015 election battle, when the party only had 9 sitting MPs, to climbing Everest. Well, it's going to be like climbing Mount Everest again, and I'll tell you why, because we're not just up against opposition leader Tim Nicholls and the LNP, we're up against Tim Nicholls, the LNP, and One Nation, Ms Palaszczuk said. Advertisement Titan request ad push, ad spot -300 extension 250, pose 3, there's no way that Tim Nicholls can form government in his own right, so I need everybody here out there, working hard, standing up to One Nation. About 40 supporters attended, dressed in red shirts emblazoned with Team Donaldson, fighting for Bundaberg, clapping vigorously during the talks and murmuring some boos when Campbell Newman and Mr Nicholls were mentioned. Griffith University political expert Paul Williams said Bundaberg would be tough for Labour to hold, and he expected it to go to the LNP, whose candidate is David Batt, rather than One Nation. It's so difficult to tell, not because of the redistribution, but because opposition leader Tim Nicholls may not get the swing he wants, he said. Drive Williams said the Premier's visit to regional centres would likely buoy the local campaigns. It's very difficult to win a marginal seat if you don't show up, and for genuinely uncommitted voters who are politically tuned out, they generally respond favourably with the politicians they've shaken hands with, he said. Earlier on day 5, Ms Palaszczuk visited the Labour-held electorate of Rockhampton, 14%, with a press conference held on the border with Labour-held Keppel, 4.1%, and later flew into the LNP-held Burnett, 6.6%, and Bundaberg, 0.5%. Rockhampton should be a safe Labour seat, but the impending retirement of its sitting MP, Bill Byrne, throws that in doubt, particularly with the resurgent One Nation. Labour's candidate for Rockhampton Barry O'Rourke, a member of the Old Guard faction, was pre-selected.